Good afternoon. My name is Todd Martin. I'm the Chief Commercial Officer and founder of Earth Optics. I got to tell you, it's always exciting to be back at Tech Hub Live because you see all the tech people in one place at one time, and everybody has got something new that they want to talk to you about. And that's some exciting stuff being involved in agriculture, let's face it, because we've got a lot of crosses now in technology. I used to tell some students that I talked to at the University of Arkansas that agriculture is the only industry that has become the nexus of everything in science, whether it's looking at satellite imagery, whether it's looking at biotechnology, whether it's looking at genetics. If it's looking at chemistry, we've got it all. It's an exciting place to be. In 2018, we started working on a project that would become Earth Optics. It was kind of an exciting time, got to tell you. It was me and a buddy of mine named John Dombrowski, and it all came about because we started looking at the Opportunity lander on Mars and looking at the soil data that was coming back from Mars, realizing that we were not sending any soil to a lab. Not sending any soil to a lab, but we had a lot of information about Martian soil. So the question became, why are we not using that type of technology here on Earth, and why are we not using that type of technology in service to the American farmers? And then what if we did? How could we change what's going on? With all due respect to our, lab colleagues out there, we've been sending soil tests to labs for 80 years. I don't believe we live in the Star Trek generation as yet, where we can just totally scan and not have something that calculates back and ground truth our data, but we do live in an era where the new technology is moving away from 2.5 acre grid soil sampling. And that was where we started with Earth Optics in 2018. We started with a real simple premise, which is, hey, we want to look at tillage in the soil. We want to look at compaction. We want to understand where roots are inhibited and how farmers can utilize that data. So we were able to come up with some of the very first tillage maps and tillage prescriptions that really helped farmers out. The next step was nutrient analysis, and then finally into carbon. Sometimes the market gives you some stuff that's really exciting, and they did that with all the climate smart activities over the last several years through USDA, helping farmers account for carbon. And then, of course, I know all of you are aware that carbon over the next couple of years with the sustainable aviation fuel and the clean fuel tax credits, if they survive a potential change in administration, are going to be very important to farmers. It's not money that farmers are getting directly, not from the government, but there's a lot of tax credits that are going to be coming out there with regards to fuel producers that'll be going back into farmers. So carbon is going to remain at the front of what we've got going on. At Earth Optics, we are now deploying 3 products in our Till Mapper, our Nutrient Mapper, and our C Mapper, Carbon Mapper products to be able to measure out all of those chemical and physical analysis in soil. But I have to tell you, if you didn't hear Chloe this morning from Pattern Ag talk about a collaboration that we've got going on with Pattern, the Pattern Ag collaboration with Earth Optics, I think is the most exciting thing that has happened in agronomy in the 21st century. Now, granted, we're only 24 years in, but it's freaking exciting to me. And I'll tell you why. Because as we look at the soil profile, we're talking about always physical, chemical, and biological aspects. And now with 360 Pro, which is a collaborative product in between Pattern and Earth Optics, we can give you all of that. You're talking about the best product that goes out for things like hybrid placement, varietal placement. If you got some corn and soybean folks out and you're not looking at 360 Pro as the tool to help with hybrid placement and varietal placement, you're missing the boat. It's going to give you opportunities to look at technology placement like we've never had. You can look at corn rootworm, you can look at nematodes, you can actually make recommendations to farmers based on the probability that you're going to have a problem or not. You can take farmers out of the insurance business and save them money right away looking at 360 Pro. So from an agronomy standpoint, we're doing some really cool things with the soil with our partner Pattern Ag. We're doing that because we've got some really great technology. At Earth Optics, what differentiates us from, other people in our space? Got a lot of people out there in our space that are really good folks, and we really appreciate the good competition. We believe in Earth Optics because we have a multi-sensor array that we deploy, and that is something that not many other people offer. As a matter of fact, not anybody in our space offers multiple sensors. We combine sensors. We've got great software that gives as many data points as you can pull in a second going across a field. The other thing is, we're not trying to sell you equipment. Earth Optics doesn't sell any equipment, we sell a service. So we're trying to work with you to give farmers better data, faster and more actionable than ever before. So it's not about us trying to sell equipment. Third thing is really something I'm very proud of, especially, where we are today. We started here, it was an idea of a couple of guys. They're not PhD genius level folks. We just had the idea. And got to tell you, 38 years in professional ag, I've had a lot of ideas over the time, and I figured out real quick that the best thing to do when you got an idea is find somebody that's smart enough to help you execute it. So we had an idea, John Dabrowski, an idea that we were able to surround ourselves with a great team, some in agriculture, some not. We got out of an agriculture groupthink right away because we brought in people from the outside that gave us new opportunities to look at solutions in a different way. So those are the aspects that I think that Earth Optics does really well, and why I think Earth Optics is a great choice to look at your soil analytics, whether it's in the agronomy area, now particularly with our new collaborative product with Pattern 360, or if it's in the climate area where we look at so many different things with regards to carbon. We're looking at ways to help farmers reduce CI scoring that will get them real value in the marketplace. So that's it. Happy to take any questions from any of you, and thanks for your time.